over to the Work for Permission farm. I think we're gonna slip into this new blind Casey and I've been sitting. Zeb and I put it up a few days ago, or what was that? Maybe a week ago, maybe 5 or I don't know, 5.
It was like 4 or 5 days ago.
Yeah. It wasn't too long after. And Casey and I, we started hunting it right after. It's set up over. I want to say that's rut greens right there in front of it. Gosh, I had a little bit of soil problems. I probably should have added a little more fertilizer to it, but it just came up real late. But it looks decent so far. A lot of does in it. Zeb and I were looking at the cameras yesterday, and there was like 18, 20 does. I was doing some work probably about an hour ago, and I told Zeb we were going to take the evening off. And gosh, it felt bucky. So I came back, ripped over to the house. So we're going hunting. Luckily enough, he's speedy, and hopefully we're gonna make it to the blind before the deer get on their feet. So see you there. Rocking and rolling, made it to the blind, and finally got set up. I don't even know what time it is. It's 5:08. I don't know, a lot of does coming here, but there's 2 bucks that have been here quite a bit, and they're both bucks that I filmed last year. I thought they were maybe a 3 and a 4-year-old, but I think they were both 4-year-olds possibly. The one's a real big 10 this year. The other one, he was a 10 last year with the little kicker. Ended up finding his shed, but he's a 9-point this year. He's a real good buck. It's the one we've been hunting for Casey. So we just came out here just to lay eyes. We got a southwest wind. It's perfect. It's going right back over these beans and through the ozonics out the door. The other day, Casey and I sat in here. It was 86 degrees, and we had deer on every side of the blind, right under the blind, and the ozonics full of them. So sit back and see what happens. I'd really love to see a buck come in here and work this scrape, that tree that Casey and I put in the other day. It'd be pretty gnarly, so. Might shoot though. Got a lot of tags still, and there's a lot of does in here. likes chasing these does. All right, that was a really good night. That is one of the bucks that we were in there after trying to film, trying to encounter. I just had a hunch that one of those bucks were going to be down there. The 9-point was down there last year. It's one of the 2, 3, or 4-year-olds that I was talking about earlier. And this one was one that I figured was 3 last year. I came and I started hunting this farm November 1st, so I didn't really know the age class. Some of the bucks were a little bit run down. I think I started hunting by like November 5th, November 7th. And gosh, he's a stud. He's one that I'm really excited for next year. Probably my top target. I love big typicals, and I think that he's going to do something special. So still waiting on the right one. Casey's coming down tomorrow night, and then we're going to get after it on Friday. I think we're going to bust out the DSD, and I think we're going to put on a show for Casey. So, yeah, see you on the next one.
Today's October 18th, and I have Kaleb and Zeb here with me. We're gonna use the decoy, DSC decoy, and put him out. I'm also gonna have that same doe ultimate predator decoy in the front of my bow. There's one buck that's down here that we're kind of looking after. Kaleb called him Snorty. And there's some other mature bucks too that we're hoping are gonna step out, but we're gonna get down there and set up and see what happens.
Rock and roll.
We're already set up. I have this decoy in front of me at about 20 yards. Also right in front of me to my left, there's a cutty pack, and it's facing towards a vine that this buck, Snorty, actually broke off. So we got some cool photos of that. This morning, actually, though, he's on the other side of this bean field working those scrapes, and we got some really cool photos of him down there as well. Last year, Kaleb and I sat down here a few times, and we had a few encounters with this buck. Kaleb wanted me to go ahead and pass him because he was super broke up. He seemed super territorial, aggressive buck, so we think that's why this decoy is going to work pretty well. The reason why we call him Snorty is because Kaleb and Shay filmed him a few times coming into a decoy last year, snort wheezing a lot. So hopefully if he's out here, he's going to want to come into that buck. He seems super aggressive, so maybe he'll give me a broadside shot here at 20 yards. So we'll sit back and see what happens. That was a pretty good sit. Saw some does and a smaller buck, probably about a 2-year-old. Worked his way off. Had a couple does in front of us in the field, but nothing mature came out. We're gonna try again tomorrow and see what happens.
All right, it's October 21st, and we wrapped up a few more hunts with Casey this past few days. Ended up seeing a doe and 2 fawns just about every morning and afternoon that we sat, but things have been really slow. I think this really dry weather, the full moon, I think it's got things messed up this year. And a little update for myself, I've lost the last big target that we had down here on the work to permission farm. The clean 10 is what we've been calling him. He is no longer. He has succumbed to EHD, and gosh, it just feels like I'm kind of in the stage where I was last year around the 29th of October, where everything's dead. But the matter of fact is, there's plenty of time left in season. There's a lot of deer that still made it through. We're just looking for the right one. And I mean, I am being a little bit picky right now as well, just because there's a lot of time left, guys. So if you're seeing HD, don't get down about it. There's a lot of season left. But as far as these weeks coming up, we're about to see pre-rut activity super hard here in the next week, maybe two. Let's see, what is today? Yeah, in the next week, October 28th, be a week from today. That time of the year, it seems like the afternoon locations anyway, what I see is the bucks keying in on locations where there are a lot of does. When I think about a lot of does in an afternoon sit, I'm thinking of my best food sources. Where are these deer flowing out from their bedding? Where are they ending up? Where's their destination? I need to know that location, because that's where you should be sitting in this next week. I can recall, you know, the River Bottom Farm, Collins and I used to sit down there all the time. We used to have 30, 40, 50 does come out almost every night, and we had several times where, gosh, old 10, that time of year, he'd be marching out and present an opportunity. But that's one location that's worked really well for me. I think I'm gonna key in on some of these plots down here then, but as far as the public goes back home, I think it got hit by EHD as well. Waiting on a weld to get fixed up on the boat. Otherwise we might be canoeing, but we did get a really nice deer out there on the public ground. It's a boat in only access spot, and it's really hard to get there. So we also got a giant up in Wisconsin. I cannot wait to go up there. Just kind of thinking about it through my head right now, though. The reason we're not going up is because we're not going to see that all day movement. If it's such a high hike up, such a high hike back down, I can't justify doing that twice a day. Right, Zeb? That would suck. But we're gonna wait till, you know, we get rut activity and the deer are moving all day. So that's the plan going forward. Appreciate you guys watching. Next week, expect a lot more action. We're about to sit a lot more. Things are gonna start heating up here soon. So thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.